Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Omi, and I don't have a following or anything. I don't. I'm hoping this may at least be heard by maybe one person, um, and hopefully it will positively impact at least one person. But I just had something on my heart because I was sitting here making prayers and speaking out loud, and I was just thinking about, what came to me was your body is your temple. Um, and what I, what, what's been bothering me lately is something that I've observed. I've been observing on Facebook, and I imagine it's going on elsewhere on other social media platforms, that many women, Black women in particular, are celebrating and defending um, the video um, WAP. Is it WAP or WAP? I don't know. I don't like. I didn't see. I haven't seen the video. I'm not gonna watch it because the type of person I am. I have to protect my energy. Um, I have to guard my energy and stuff. So I'm not gonna, invite that because I already know the level that it's vibrating on that video. All right, so I'm not gonna watch the video, but I already know what it's about, and that's why I'm not watching it. But a lot of women, Black women, are really defending the video, and I find that to be very quite irresponsible, in my opinion. We all know who runs this media, who runs this the music business or whatever. We all know who runs this based upon the artists that they elevate and push up, the artists that they put out there. Because if you, I remember when I was in college, I drew a picture of like something that was pure. It was spewing out like energy, and the energy it was being spewed out onto a globe. I probably still have my journal where I drew this picture out when I was in college, over 20 years ago. But it was onto a globe, the world, Earth, and the energy that it was spewing out onto the globe was negative. I think it was negative hip hop or something. I think it was negative hip hop, but at the end of the day, it was negative music. And what people don't realize oftentimes, just to step into the scientific realm of it all or perspective, is that all of the frequencies, like our bodies, our minds, first of all, and our heart and our spirit, vibrates on frequencies, whatever the frequency is. If we listening to it, if we taking it in, we vibrate on that. Um, so that just goes to that just speaks on the power of the media, the power that the media has on there, and specifically, let's be specific to the music, um, the music business. Those who control the music business, and I don't even want to say who they are because they're probably gonna kick me off this channel. Like, not that I have a channel like that anyway. Got like 4 followers. It's all good. But those who control the music business, they control who is elevated and who's pushed out there and the type of music that's put out there. They automatically, obviously, like, they have a hand on that, right? So if you look at our music today and you see how big, let's now focus, zero in on this video, this WAP video. And I'm not going to tell you what my initial thoughts were when I saw the acronym WAP, and knowing that it was associated with Cardi B and Meg the Stallion. I'm not even gonna get into that, but yeah. So what was I saying? Um, this. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if that means somebody's. If that's me or somebody's watching. I've never done a live before, by the way. I've done. This is Omi, by the way. I don't think I said who I am. Omi Seun is how my American side says it. And the African root to me would probably say Omi Seun. Yeah, but with my American tongue, I pronounce it Omi Seun. But you can just call me Omi, and that'll be correct no matter what tongue you use. Omi, Omi, Omi. Anyway, um, so these are the type of figures that are projected onto us. This is what they put out. This is the video that they promote. They promote it in various ways, through the media, on the radio, and such. Um, you have to look at the behaviors of the individuals in which they're putting out. Now, black music used to come from something very good. Black music used to come from um, morals and values. And, even the love songs that talked about sex would not put the sex all out there like that. You'd have to kind of do a little bit of decoding. And by the time you decoded, like all your insides being kind of, worked up a little bit like, oh shit, that's what you talk about. Okay. I can get with that. You know what I mean? Um, but so black music it definitely came from something, but there's been a progression of self-destruction. When you look at the behavior of the Cardi B's and the Meg the Stallions, as people put it, with the plurals, when you look at the behavior of those individuals, um, and you consider the fact that they're being promoted and elevated, you look at their behaviors, you know, see, when the title of the video, if I'm not mistaken, is "Your Body is Your Temple," and so I use the temple as an analogy, obviously, to your body, okay, and how in which we as women overall and young women, that's like in their 20s, 20s, it's like 19 to like late 20s or whatever. And then these adolescent girls, you know what I mean? That's in preteens, like just this whole, the whole gamut of the woman. And particularly the black woman I speak of because I'm a black woman, right? But when you talk about like the behaviors and how a woman should conduct herself, she should really, woman, girl, all of us, the whole female species, should really walk as if her body is a temple. She should really move as if to move about in this world, in this society, as she goes, catch the bus, go to school, go to work, whatever, her everyday life, how she deals with people. Your body is your temple, right? My the temple here in the area where I live, that I became a part of. I'm no longer a part of the temple. However, that temple did lay a foundation, and it did definitely remind me about like who I am and my roots and stuff. So definitely it came along my path. So this temple taught me a lot of different things. And when you think of temple, a temple is precious already. You know what I'm saying? Like when a person thinks of temple, they kind of think about like religion, like a religious temple. But even when you think about a religious temple, you can't. There's a level of respect. You're not going to just come up in a temple. You know what I'm saying? Even if you open carry, even if you know what I'm saying, or if you drink, if you like to drink or whatever, you're not gonna come up in there all drunk and acting an ass, right? You know what I mean? You're gonna come correct. You understand? And so when you operate under the banner of your body is a temple, you're gonna come correct every single time. And I'll tell you why. At the temple that I was a member, before you can even come into the temple, Like we used to, like, the shrine of the temple is located in the hood, by the way. I live in the hood. My last name is Hood, but I don't get excited about that because that only means that, the family or entity that owns my members of my bloodline, that their name is Hood. But anyway, I digress. But the shrine of the temple is located in the hood. So oftentimes we'd have events, um, events right there in the hood, right? And so people, on the street, now we're in the hood. If you live in the hood, you know what a hood is. We're on the street. So people naturally gravitate, black people, melanated, and all people, but black people specifically, naturally gravitate to that drum. So from time we start get that drum going, that attracts people, then people, if nothing else, they at least walking by to see what's going on. So, but sometimes they would want to come in before they can even come into the shrine. And this is just an outside event that's actually open to the public. They would have to wash. They'd have to do a little wash before they can even come into the gates. With the temple, it was the same thing. Before they could come to the temple, they would have to cleanse. Before they can cross the thresholds into the temple, the body of the temple, they would have to cleanse. They would have to do a little ritual where they would just, wash and cleanse before they can come in. Not everybody want to do that. That's fine. You don't have to, but you can't come into the temple. That's all. This is how we get down. You know what I'm saying? Within the temple, you can't walk around inside the temple with your shoes on. You'd have to take your shoes off. Why? Because when you're stepping outside, like if y'all not taking y'all shoes off when y'all come in the house, then y'all really need to reevaluate y'all lives real quick, just for a second. Everybody should be taking their shoes off because you're stepping in everything. Especially area I live in, a lot of people got dogs. You understand? A lot of people spit all type of energies outside. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while trying to reconnect. All right. Look like are we back on? I got this weak internet joint and I still need to pay the bill. But at any rate, people have to cleanse before they can come up in the temple. They'd have to cleanse themselves. Your body is the temple. So that means before anybody even comes to you, they got to come correct. They need to wash on. I don't know where you been, Slim. Wash all that off. You know what I'm saying? That goes into, showering, bathing. That's the basic. Some people out here don't like to do that. I didn't in my the temple, and you need to on the basic baseline stuff, you need to bathe, right? Before a person needs to bathe before they can come to you. But also what the temple taught me, the goods of the temple, the powers of the temple, the things that we did, all the rituals and the ashe, the energy of the temple, the gifts, the healing properties, the altars and the shrines that we had as a part of the temple. We wouldn't like the shrines, even in our public events that were open to the public. None of that stuff was really ever placed out on display for the public. None of it was ever placed on display for the public. So when you have this culture of everybody, and I know I'm 15 minutes in, I can get long-winded. But when you have this culture of everybody is of having your goods out, of showing your body. Now they talk a lot about oh, don't slut shame me. Stop slut shaming me and body shaming me and telling me I shouldn't have my titties out and my ass out and my camel print. Stop telling me that I shouldn't be showing everybody that. But when you think about it, when you got your titties out and your ass out and you got the camel print out, let's take it back to the temple now. If the temple displays all of their shrines and their goods and their ashes and their different implements and stuff, and if it's out there on display every day, right there on the street for everybody to see and touch and grab, what's this, and pick it up, white people and others are nosy, what's this, and look at it and examine it and put it back. If it's out there for everybody, is it still sacred? Is it still sacred? When the goods and the gifts are out there for everybody to see, is it still sacred? It's not. It's there for everybody to see and touch and examine. It has lost its energy. It has lost its sacredness. It's weak. And not only that, it's not taken seriously. See, remember the temple where you got to wash before you can even come in? Now all the ashe of the temple, all the power of the temple is on the street now. That's akin to people such as the Megan, the Stallion, whatever the Cardi B's. That's all in that whole culture of women putting that, walking out with having all their stuff out and they camel print, and for, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like putting your stuff out of your temple. That's exposing your shrines of your temple, your powers, your gifts, all of these things up in here. You know, these are gifts. Because a person, and in my case, you know, I'm hetero, so a man will be so grateful to receive the gifts that I bestow, and vice versa. It go both ways. So when you're putting your stuff out there for everybody to see, it's no longer taken seriously. It's no longer sacred. It's not taken seriously, and now it's a joke. It's like, you could anybody, any man, woman, child, whatever you invite into your space, can dash that to the side at any given time and not give two fucks about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the reality of it. So I think it's very dangerous when you have Black women out here kind of confusing what Meg the Stallion and Cardi B are doing with this video WAP, whatever the fuck it's called, and with this whole culture of being woman. They're mistaking it for femininity. They're mistaking it for that. And so and they're mistaken like celebrating sexuality, because that's not, they're mistaking it with putting all your shit out on Front Street, putting your shrine, your all your gifts and all of that on Front Street for everybody and they mama, they daddy, they dog, whatever you into, to pick and see what's popping with it, literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? So it's dangerous when you have Black women who make that mistake. Because don't get me wrong, you know, I'm a woman, you know, I'm 41. I'm a woman, you know what I'm saying? And I love being a woman. I love the fact that I was born with a womb. I love what the balance that a woman brings to a relationship when you have a male-female relationship. I don't want to keep putting a disclaimer out there, but you know, that's how I get down. So I love when you have a balanced relationship between the male and the female, between the man and the woman, between the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies, because everything is energy. So I love, you know, like that balance when it's balanced. I'm not in a relationship now and I haven't experienced that balance, but I know that it's possible. You know, and because that, you know, that's my loyalty to my Black race, my Black man. But at any rate, I digress again, as always. I love being a woman. I love being feminine, even though I still go hard because I was in a marching band. You understand? And I ain't playing a little piccolo. I played the trumpet, a brass instrument. But anyway, I digress again. Here I go again. But I love being feminine, and I am sexual. You know what I'm saying? I'm a earth sign and moon sign Taurus. So if you want to know anything about Taurus woman, look us up. We're very sensual. Taurus, period, very sensual. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love being sensual and sexual. That's me. That's the type of being I am. However, within my sensuality and my sexuality and how I like to get down sensually and sexually, everybody and they mama, everybody and them don't know about that. Because I don't have all my gifts. I don't have all my powers. I don't have it out there. And you see, it was another chick, I forgot her name was Suki or something. She must have posted some Meg stuff, but she a part of that culture. And because I was watching something on YouTube, and the person was talking about how, he was talking about this culture, the Meg the Stallion and all of that. And so I guess he, was using examples. And so he was talking about Suki, some chick named Suki. I guess she on Instagram, which I'm not on. I need to be. But she's there playing with herself on her page. She's there playing with herself, her hand all up in her, yoni space, playing with herself and all that. And I'm like, hey, no doubt. Listen, I'm a woman. And I have my monthly, and every single month it's a cycle, and it goes through various stages within that cycle. So I get it. You understand? But my shit ain't at that, and that's power. That's a whole nother video we could talk about with that power, that energy right there. But it's not to be out there for everybody. You don't put your power out there on Front Street. Your body is your temple, and treat it as such. It is sacred. Meaning that it is sacred. Your body is your temple. It is sacred. Okay? So you don't put it because now you a joke. Who can marry that? And so then you got to talk about the implications of putting yourself out there on Front Street. Now, see, when we go outside, ladies, okay, now I'm all about, being sexy because I love feeling sexy, and I do like to get attention from men. I love the look on a man's face because I'm very observant of the human species, period. And so I love the look on a black man's face when he sees a black woman that look good, that, got all her curves. You know how we do, black women. This is us. You understand? But we got young women growing up under us. So that's what I'm talking about, the responsibility of the black woman sitting there praising these two chicks out here, putting their pussy and shit out here. You understand? Excuse my language. I was, that's a vulgar word for it, but it is what it is. This is what's happening. They talking about pussy. And so these young girls out here talking about pussy too. See, I went off and then I forgot what the hell I was saying. But yeah, when I see a black man look at it, it's I love it. So I love to go out there and look sexy and feel sexy. And I love like getting compliments, respectful compliments. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, not all men are balanced. Not all men walk with that King of Cups energy. You know what I'm saying? Or where they can be balanced and they know that. See, when we walk out and we have our breast out and we have the camel print with the tights on, and some ladies wear the see-through spandex tight pants. I mean, completely see-through. What's the other word for see-through? I don't know, clear. That's what we're gonna call it today. Because I can see your stuff. I can see what you got popping. It's clear, very clear. You know what I'm saying? And then we have our pussy. I mean, this is us. We beautiful. These are all beautiful aspects of us, but it's not supposed to be out there on Front Street. But when we do that, we appeal to a man's lower nature. Men are very visual. And so they see something they like. It's like, whoa, that attracts them. You know what I'm saying? And so we appeal to that lower nature. And if you come across a man, a so-called man, which I would first call a male, who is not balanced in that way, right? Okay. You're gonna come across, let's say, two different types of men, one who's balanced and one who's not. One who's balanced is gonna say, hey, how you doing, sister? Or whatever respectful term he used. You looking nice today. Something like that. Something along those lines, right? He balanced. He see you out here with actually, if you out here with your stuff out there, these see-through spandex and stuff, he might not say nothing. I don't know. But what he should say is he should try to pull you to the side and like tell you, in a respectful way and with care. See, India Arie had the song about, when you talk to her like you want somebody to talk to your mama, right? Like talk to her like you want somebody to talk to your mother, your daughter. Talk to her with care. So if he pull her to the side, or even if it's somebody he know, and he observing his sister, maybe somebody at his job or work or school or something, and he see her pull it. If he a respectful young man, if he's a respectful man, he gonna pull it to the side and be like, nah, sis. Nah, I'm saying, I'm your brother. I care about you too much. I gotta let you know what's good, So, but when we do wear these things and we come across somebody who's not balanced and he bold and he gonna make a comment about what he see, because it's like shit, it's out there. It's the motherfucker is on display. So it's obviously out there for me to look at. So you can't fault me as a man for looking at all his ass and his titty and his camel. You can't, like, you know what I mean? You can't fault me for. So when he looks at he, and so the imbalanced man is going to come up to you and say, he gonna say some shit like, God damn, damn, you fat as shit. And not fat being overweight, but fat. He's talking about your ass, PHAT, fat. Damn, you fat as shit. Or he gonna say some shit like, damn, can I suck on your titties? Who the fuck you talking to? You understand? Like, that's like, for somebody to come up to you and say some shit like that's my, initial reaction. But then you gotta say, hold up, Slim, hold up. You out there. That's like a baby. Hold on. Because babies nurse. They nurse from us women, right? So when a baby is first born, their natural first instinct is to nurse. When they first born, newborn babies, they nurse. Then, hospitals make sure to pump all that other bullshit. That's why, I could put out so many videos. Now, maybe I will start a YouTube channel. But at any rate, think about it though. Related to that, babies nurse. And so that's why around the nipple, the areola is darker. Dag, I'm almost 30 minutes in and I feel like I ain't even get to the point. That's why around the nipple, the areola is darker, because when they born, they can't see that good. Any baby, anything, mammals, when they born, they can't see that good, right? So the fact that the areola is around the nipple, the fact that it's darker, it makes it, easier for the baby to see. So when a mommy pulls out the breast in order to feed her child, it's right there. Okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they, like they kind of fishing for it and then they found it and there it is, I've seen babies grab at breasts. Literally, like, oh, word, is that type of part, like breast that, women who show like a lot of cleavage. I've seen, babies there grab at the breast or whatever, but so I look at it kind of like that. But even with that, babies, as a mother who has nursed, and I've never had a male baby, but as a mother who has nursed, they get to a certain age where it's like, hold on, you ain't about to be pulling at my titties, my breasts. Hold on. I said I'm coming. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? I know you hungry. Hold up. Let me just, unstrap it. Hold up. Where we got to kind of, put them in their place. Like, no, don't be coming for me like that. You my baby, I got you, but don't come for me like that. So when it comes to these males out here in the street, the everyday male that you come across, and you got your breasts out and he makes a comment like, oh, can I suck your titties? They don't even know you. Don't know you from Adam, Eve, nobody. The man on the moon, don't know you at all. But coming out his mouth with some foulness like that, it emboldens them. When you out, it emboldens them. Boom, it's for me. Must be for me because it's out there. Just like the baby. You gotta put the baby in place. And so they say, and a lot of people won't agree. You will never hear most of these so-called men say this, but only a good real man will admit. You'll hear some of these so-called men saying the complete opposite. But they say that boys are naturally, scientifically speaking, less mature than women, and it always, it's almost like they never catch up. Not that they don't ever get mature or to mature states, King of Cups energy, but they mature. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, women have, and I think that and what increases that is the fact that we have a womb, whether we bear children or not. I think what really increases that is the fact that we have a womb, and that womb is connected to a different level of divinity. Not that there's no such thing as divine masculine, because there absolutely is, and I love it. Woo! But the womb. That's what I'm telling you. I love being a woman. I love it. I love it. It's an honor. It is an honor to be selected to serve. So at any rate, so males naturally, not as mature. So it's like, it's almost like we got to put these fools in a place, and they're not there yet. They are not there yet. So in the meantime, we can't come out there with our stuff out. I keep pulling it down, but the camera ain't, hopefully the camera ain't, you can't see. But we really can't do that, because most of the so-called males, and many of them will consider themselves men, most of them appeal to their lower nature. And many of them will come out of their mouths and say some old bullshit, some old disrespectful stuff. But all of this sick behavior, I'm telling you right now, it all, and I promise I'm not going to go into a tangent. I just want to make this point. It all stems back to white supremacy. It all stems back to slavery. So with that shit that European brought over here on these lands. And I'm talking about where I live, but I know it goes on also in the Caribbean and everywhere else. This sick behavior, whether it go the sick behavior within the hetero or the sick behavior within the two, that's the same. It's a sick behavior that came from them, that they brought. Don't you know, everywhere they went, but anyway, that's a tangent, and I'm not going to do it. So it all stems from that. And the behavior is sick. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I know I was going somewhere in particular, but we can't partake in this behavior. So the energy. Back to the title of the video. Now I see why the brother that I watch does this on his video. The energy of that we invite when we appeal to a man's. We're gonna just say, we just gonna call him a man. We're gonna boost his ego. Got a big ego. We're gonna boost his ego for this video. Okay. We really talk about the male. Okay. But we gonna boost the so-called man. So the energy of the so-called man that appeals to that lower energy, that lower base nature. And when I'm talking about the kundalini, that base energy, right? The energy of that man who appeals to that. And we are appealing to his lower energy by putting our breast out, our goods, our ashe, our energy, our power. You understand? The temple, you understand? We are putting out our energy and appealing to his lower nature in doing so. And in doing so, we are inviting in the fuck boy. The fuck boy. Okay? Where now a man, that's why I said the two different men that might approach you. You understand? A man who is balanced, he knows who is balanced in his energies that are, that are within all of us. He's aware of his energy, that lower base, that low nature. He's aware of it, but he's balanced. He's done so many breathing exercises or what have you, that he knows how to balance that energy. Now, a man, come on, black women. We black women. Hello. Okay, so when we don't even have to wear anything where we got the print, the camel print out. We don't have to have the titties completely out type shit. The titties out and you know what I'm saying? We don't have to have our ass print completely, like, just, you can draw that motherfucker like a C, like the letter P, like boom, boom. I'm a pre-K teacher. Boom, boom. If you see a black woman from the side, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to wear stuff that really heightens and accentuates those parts of us, those precious parts of us. We could wear something that's just look good, and we look good in it. And our attitude, you know what I'm saying, is, oh, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm over you or you're my underling type shit. It's not like that, but it's just like, I'm confident about my stuff. Yes. So when we walk by, right, and we ain't got all of our shit out there, but we look good because we black women. A black woman is naturally, black women. They had this debate some years ago in the so-called conscious community about the black woman is God. It go both ways, a black woman and a black man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, black men. Whew. But the black woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for myself as a woman. Yo, man, we beautiful. We just, yo, like I said, if you ever see a black man when he watch a black woman walking by, man, the look on his face. Oh my God. I love black men. But it's because we so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We pulled that just a woman walking by, pulled that out of him. Pulled that out of him. So one, imagine one walking by with everything on display. What she pulls, imagine what she pulls out of him. What she pulls out of him is the fuck boy. She pulls out of him the one who's not balanced. The one who wants to fuck. That's what he want to do. He want to fuck. Now don't get me wrong. Hey, I said I'm a woman. We all have our needs. You know what I'm saying? I talked about the cycle and how it has its various stages. You know what I'm saying? So we all want to do that, right? But it's still a temple we working with here. So it ain't just, oh, everybody want the temple. Everybody want the energy. 36 minutes in. Everybody want the energy of the temple. Everybody want to get blessed. Hello? Everybody want the blessings of the temple. You understand? Don't ask me where these little fake Caribbean accents be coming from out of me. It just come from my experience. I'm not Caribbean. It just come from my experience. So it's not authentic. And as a real Caribbean person or a West Indian or however you identify yourself would be able to tell you that it don't know where the fuck she from. You know what I mean? But it's okay. It's just, certain tongues I hear. Like I'm also a singer. So, but anyway. So everybody want to come get their blessings of the temple. But again, go back to the temple and what the things that I talked about that I learned from the temple. Is everybody worthy? He first got to cleanse. He first got to do this, do this, do this, do this before he can even enter. Is he true? Is he righteous? You understand what I'm saying? Does he operate with integrity? How he treat his mama? How he treat people, just anybody? How he treat the delivery man? Somebody who may be, socioeconomically so-called lower than him. How does he treat them? How does he treat himself? How does he treat his baby mama? Plural, if he got one or many. How does he treat women? How does he treat brothers? Do he have relationships? Like, you know what I'm saying? How he has to prove himself. So everybody, yeah. So you putting yourself all out, your powers, your ashe, your energy, all out on display. You've attracted the fuck boy who wants to fuck. And no doubt, yeah, I want to do that too, no doubt. But you can't just come in, it's not it's not just gonna pop off just easy like that. Oh shit, what time is it? You know what? I'm supposed to have a call at 2:00. Let me see. I don't think the brother even it's supposed to be 2. I'm gonna call him, which is why I need to wrap up this video. But you've attracted the fuck boy, right? The one who, he's a boy. And quite frankly, he's appealing to his lower nature in that moment. See, all men, no matter balance, imbalance, eventually or as soon as possible, they want to do that. We all do. We human. That's a part of us. That is not the biggest part of us. You cannot allow that to be the biggest part of us. You understand what I'm saying? But so you've attracted a fuck boy. He wants to fuck. You yourself are appealing to your lower nature. Okay? Because now I'm in heat. I'm ovulating. I want to fuck too. Let's just keep it a buck, as Slim would say. That's on a whole nother video. But you're appealing to your lower nature. So now y'all get together and that FUCK pops off. I don't know why I'm spelling it after I done already said it like I don't know how many times. But it pops off between the two of y'all. Now, I maintain that women are not built like that where they can just fuck and then keep it moving. You have very few, you have some, but there are very few and far in between that are built like that. And oftentimes, more often than not, those women are that way because they've been hurt very badly. You know what I'm saying? They've been abused. They've been hurt, very violated time and time again. So they at the point where whatever. Like I said, we all human. Everybody need it, so we get it in. But so You've attracted the fuck boy now. Y'all fuck, and he good. You know what I'm saying? Because really, he just needed to. You understand, in that moment, and he good. He can go off. But as women, as receivers of the energy, as we are the whole and they are the stick, if you will, to break it down. Okay, and and as receivers of the energy, because that energy there, pushing in, and with every stroke. Let's just be real. I don't know. I put in when I set this video up that it ain't for kids. You know, but as with every stroke, the energy that they put in, like, it just all depends on the energy. But it's like it feels good. And it's like, yes, as receivers of the energy, I'm just speaking from my own, as receivers of the energy, right? And in the moment, the moment of love making, we feel like, yes, like, wow, this feels so good. And you must love me, or at least like me, for you to be making me feel this good, for you to be giving me this, because they are giving the energy. They are giving the energy for you to be giving me this energy, making me, or, making me feel like that. You must like me, or at least love me. So after that sexual encounter, we're not done. If anything, we back for more. But if nothing else, it's like, that's my boo. He mine, you know, type shit on one level or another, you know? So it's like, but the man, he didn't already, like, he good. You know what I'm saying? So he done already moved on. Matter of fact, you just won. He knocking off, however many of you that he knocking off. And oftentimes, more often than not, and I live in the hood, it's a lot. It's many. It's more than one, at least. Shit, but at either rate, he's gone. He's finished with you, but you emotionally are still attached. Okay, now they say, oh, tax these niggas, get their money, blah blah blah, but that's selling yourself out cheap. You could really put a price on you. I don't give a fuck as if it's these Manolo shoes or red bottoms or whatever, price, people consider to be valuable these days, but I could really put a price on me and what I offer. And what I offer. And what I offer, I just put it out on Front Street. Hello, going back to the temple. So now he's off. So now either two things, or either a few things. Either you have an STD, or you get pregnant, or energetically, some whole nother other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna get into that. But let's just go just physical tangibles. Either you have an STD or you get pregnant. Okay. So if you get this is we talking about the energy that it all stems from having your titties out, exposing it to this baby boy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Exposing your goods, your ashe, your power, your energy. So he's moved on. You like him. Now let's say you had a baby, or let's say you get pregnant. These are the things that this one act of exposing yourself perpetuates. These are the different things. It's a chain reaction, and it all stems from that slavery shit, what they brought over here. But anyway, that's another video. Like I said, let's say you get pregnant. Either you gonna have a baby or you gonna get an abortion. And there are too many countless numbers of us Black women, melanated, whatever you want to call, however you identify, who examples of us who have had multiple abortions. I know of at least one person in my own circle. And when I say circle, I'm talking about people I grew up with, family, whatever. In my own circle, I know of at least one person who's had multiple abortions. And I probably know of more than that, actually. But there are lots of people out there who have had multiple abortions because they keep just repeating the behavior, which stems from just showing your body out there stems from something else. It's a whole nother video, but the fact that you did that, and now, okay, you have an abortion and you may have many more to come. Maybe you won't. Okay, let's say you decide to have the baby. You don't believe in abortions. You decide to have the baby. Trust and believe you're going to raise this baby by your goddamn damn self. I don't care if he still act like he like you. I don't care if y'all still fucking. I don't care if he come around sometimes, while you pregnant or whatever. But trust and believe you gonna take care of this baby by yourself more often than not, as has been the theme within the hood. More often than not, you will have to take care of your baby by your goddamn self. Okay? No, but for real, you will. You're gonna have to take care of the baby by yourself. All the doctor's appointments, you're gonna have to figure out how to and when I had my children, before I had my children, I had a car. Somehow after I had my children, I ain't had no car. Somehow, mentally and all the things I went through, whatever, I didn't have a car. So starting out when my babies were very young, like toddlers, we were catching bus everywhere we went. I didn't let that factor ruin our quality of life, because where we were catching buses to, the library, the market, they were being cultured. We were going to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about in the midst of living in the city, in the midst of all this shit, in the midst of living in the hood. But but you're gonna be doing it. You're gonna do it all by yourself. All the things that you do to take care of your child, those of you who take care of your child, and if you're a Black woman, you better be taking care of your child, starting with, first and foremost, nursing your baby and giving and dashing that fucking formula milk. Fuck that. Fuck that formula milk. Okay, but I digress. I'm gonna stay on topic. I'm already like almost 47 minutes. I mean, almost an hour in. Like, come on, wrap it up. Now I see why my daughter say, "Mommy, you were talking to me for like an hour." I'm like, no, I wasn't. It was only 10 minutes, but no, it was like an hour. Okay. All right. So you're going to take care of that baby by yourself. By yourself. He's not, even if he comes around every once in a while, like statistically speaking, and from my own humble observation, as a person who's lived in the hood, as a person who, and my own experience, you're gonna be the one sole responsible for it. Now I've been blessed, and my children to have people in my life who have helped me along the way, and I give thanks for them. I'm not going to call them out, but I give thanks for them, and I definitely show my gratitude toward them individually, but it seemed like they show way more support than my children's father does. So, and statistically speaking, that I myself, as a woman, am supporting a sister and other, sisters within my sisterhood who have men in their life who are the same way. Just had a baby, but the father, so hopefully he turns around. Everybody have the right to be a Detroit Red for a minute, but I'm gonna need you to go ahead and cocoon, go into your cocoon and transition into that Malcolm X. What's his name? Ohaj Malik Shabazz, that Omawale. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and transition into him, black man. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video. So yeah, you're gonna take care of the baby by yourself. Okay, let's say. Okay, so then that also feeds into the whole this whole thing where he was raised by a single parent household thing. The odds of that and how your life may turn out as a result of being raised in a single parent household. You know what I mean? All this stemming from you attracting that fuckboy energy and giving into the fuckboy energy. You yourself being a fuck girl. This thought and I heard somebody describe it as a whole rap. You talking about being a hoe, and people talking about, oh well, and then they try to, they come back, the younger generation that's a part of this culture, they'll come back and say, oh well, but don't act like y'all wasn't listening to, that type of music, whoever the rappers was in y'all day too. Yeah. And that was just, stages of what the fuck we looking at right now. Somebody, shout out to the brother George Mason. George Mason on YouTube. He doing the work out there in Philly with the youth. You know what I'm saying? But he talked about in a recent video, Lil Kim. Lil Kim back in the day. And Lil Kim was popping when I was in Like, I mean, like middle school type. You know what I'm saying? And I remember she had a song out. I don't remember the name of the song, but it talked about her ability to take a soda can. Okay, now if you can think of, I'm a teacher. If you could think of, I don't know, the circumference of a soda can and be able to insert it in her mouth being able to, have a soda can inserted into it. You know, this is the type of shit that she was popping. She was, Lil Kim, Junior Mafia, what? Man, Junior Mafia is the shit, B. Lil Kim was popping back in the day. And I, as a young girl, was inspired by that. I mean, not to that extent of, going out and trying to, but still, I sang the lyrics. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? But look at Lil Kim now. Look at her now. She has stepped so far, like, outside of who she is. Who she is. She's trying so hard to change who she is. Look at the results of that behavior, of that lower nature behavior, of appealing to the lower nature. Look at her now. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. We was listening to that type of stuff. Yeah, the lyrics was popping, the beat. Oh my gosh, the beat of that music, but look at them now and look where it has brought us to. She gave birth to you, Nikki. She gave birth to you, Cardi, Meg. She gave birth to you. She opened the doors or her legs, whatever, I don't know, for you to be able to do the same and more. For you to be able to open your ass. I don't know, whatever the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, how does this behavior, what does it perpetuate? How does this behavior promote growth within our community, within yourself as an individual? Because I think one chick, I don't know if it was Meg, but she was the brown skin chick. She had like bantu knots in her head, permed out bantu knots, and she said something. She was like, oh, she made it like it was a sin or it was wrong to be a person who has self-respect. Here it is. I have a 14-year-old daughter that I am instilling, and a 12-year-old daughter that I am instilling self-respect in. You know what I'm saying? In various ways. And here it is. I have to fight against, this media, what's on, because if even though that shit don't get played in our house, her music, her words don't get played in our house. My kids still go to school. They still got friends who go to school. They still got cousins who go to school or whatever. They going to be exposed one way or another is my point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to instill self-respect and I'm competing against this, the opposite. It's the devil, basically. If you look at it from a religious standpoint, it's the devil. So this girl, I don't know if it was Meg Thee Stallion. It was a brown skinned chick. She had permed out bantu knots, and she was talking about all these self-respecting bitches are hoes, one of the terms she used. And they need to be quiet. So she's talking about it's, I guess she's countering people who are saying, you disrespecting yourself for this video, this energy you putting out here with we're putting your your energy is laying it. I wish I just laying it out all out there for everybody and their mom and their daddy and their dog and however you get down to see and to touch. They saying like have some respect about yourself. Respect your temple. Your body is your temple. Don't forget. Always remember that. Always remember that. So she's saying, so in response to that energy coming at her, maybe she feels attacked, and hey, she should. Like, oh, don't slut shame me or whatever. Fuck that. Don't act like a slut. If you don't want to be slut shamed, like, fuck you mean. Right? So she said, all these self-respecting hoes or bitches, whatever she said, whatever word she used, like basically what I gathered from it, she was like, there's nothing wrong with being sexual. And she was like, she said, I don't know if she said 2 or 3. She was like, let me tell you something. I got 3 kids. Let's go with 3. Because if she don't got 3, it's one coming. It's with this behavior, it's one coming, whatever. She was like, I got 3 kids and I got them from fucking and sucking. What? Fuck you talking about? Yeah, you got them from fucking and sucking. Fuck you mean? Like, what do you like? What are you even talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Okay, you not talk. Okay, that's how you get. That's hello. It's like she almost taking us back to like health 101. Like, how do you make babies type shit? Like, what are you talking about? She wasn't talking about, oh, all the, their father is in my life, and we together, we are raising these kids up, and you know what I'm saying? It's like she didn't talk about. She didn't mention how many baby dads I don't know, but she damn sure didn't talk about like this connection, this bond, this strength, this family that we have or are trying to build between the black man, woman, and child. She like nothing, like even on a mundane level, nothing. And so it's just like what. And so I just kind of feel like as I wrap this up, 56 minutes in, 17 seconds. I just really feel like it's very irresponsible for us as black women. Because even though they, Cardi B and all of them figures, those public figures will say that they are not role models. They're not role models for kids. And, I'm a grown woman. I do what the fuck I want to do. We all grown. We can, those who are can do what they want to do. But those coming up under us, they looking at us. They want to be like us. They want to just naturally. I guess that's even a natural stage of development for the youth. They want to be like us. So it's irresponsible for you to glorify and celebrate this type of behavior that's being on Front Street and call it, oh, this is sexuality and femininity. Like me as a woman, trust and believe, I know I am powerful. And I wish I was up on this knowledge of self at a very early age in my life. I wasn't, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's very irresponsible because you have these young ones looking at us. It's very irresponsible to look at this type of behavior as, oh, this is because then your daughter, like I don't know if these people who are saying this stuff on, social media who are really celebrating this and glorifying it. I don't know if they have daughters, but I personally, and I will just speak up for myself, and maybe I resonate with somebody else, and maybe the fuck I don't. But I will speak for myself and say that I have two daughters, and I personally, young girls, youth, adolescent, and I personally do not want them perpetuating the energy of attracting a fuck boy. I do not want them engaging in that fuck girl energy. Because even them two, as in the two individuals engaging in that is only contributing to what has continued to destroy the black community overall. Just it, I broke it down how that's it, how just all these different things within these different dysfunctions within the black community. Let's say you have the baby. Okay, and let's say you put the baby up for adoption. You know about this foster care system regarding melanated people, children. Yo, the horror stories. I watch Iyanla Fix My Life. Shout out to Iyanla, by the way. I love that sister. I love that woman, Mama Iyanla. Okay, but the horror stories I hear, of people who have gone through that foster care system, that they should not have had to go through that shit. Had they had a parent who was responsible and who stood on a fucking square, man or woman, you understand, who stood on a square to take responsibility for their own actions and therefore take responsibility of their children, the lives they created. Okay. So, they wouldn't have to go through that had they had responsible parents. So again, this fuck boy, this fuck energy, this low vibrational, this low energy that so many, that this, wap, thought, whole rap, that is perpetuating onto our world. Going back to what I was talking about in the beginning of this long ass video. I'm already over an hour long. I've been talking. I'm thirsty. I need to call up my appointment. I don't even know if we still be, Lord of mercy. But, and personally, I don't want my daughters to engage in that, just on a personal level, but just as a responsibility of a human being. I don't want to die knowing that I purposely and intently, knowing the power of intention, hello, intently engaged and contributed to this behavior and the death and the destruction overall of our people. And I still haven't read. There's a certain book I still haven't read, but a lot of people keep recommending it. The Destruction of the Black Civilization by Dr. Chancellor Williams or something like that. I think I still haven't read it, but that is on my list, my to read list. But I would hate to, be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of the destruction of my folks. I want to see my people excel, knowing, everything that we have gone through, knowing all the persecution and all the torture and the terroristic acts that have been committed against us. Yo, I got nothing but love for my people. I understand that everybody, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I understand how that works too. Don't get me wrong. But overall, you know what I'm saying? The struggle of melanated people did not discriminate. You know what I'm saying? It just saw this. It didn't see, oh, this is an ass. It didn't see this person as an asshole or this, you know what I mean? He beats women. It didn't see that. It just discriminated against this uniform. You understand? So, that's why I love my people. So, again, as I wrap this up, I'm hearing the wrap up music as I'm 1 hour, 2 minutes and 16 seconds in. Excuse me. Your body is your temple. That it all boils down to a personal responsibility that I feel like each and every individual on this earth, I have my own, agenda to elevate my people because I've seen and know of the history of the persecution and how various groups go around to everywhere in the world and discriminate and persecute and terrorize certain melanated people. I have my own agenda in terms of the elevation of my people, but I really feel like, everybody, like as a human being, I know that I am a human being. I recognize that. I feel like everybody on this planet should be operating under the banner and should be moving throughout this planet, on the energy and the frequency of your body is your temple. I think it could cut out a lot of I think it could really just eliminate a lot of, and that's just a proactive move, I guess. I think it could eliminate a lot of, the bullshit that the Black community, go through, experience. It could eliminate a lot of the negativities of the Black, of our community, of our experience, of the Black experience. So anyway, I don't know if anybody gets this message. Like I said, I don't have a following. I see a number 1 on here. Maybe one person is out there listening. I don't know. I saw a 2 at one point, but they were just like, this bitch is talking too fucking much for me. So, and I get it. I do be running on and on and on and on. I'll learn how to stop. But maybe I'll just, because I need an outlet. Like this is COVID right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't get out. I'm not trying to be up and around people if I don't have to be. And so, but I'm naturally a homebody too, but being inside and not having an outlet, I talk to my children, but certain things, I mean, I don't give them the real, but I'll just use this as an outlet. I don't want to be on social media saying things. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. If you come in the comments, if anybody, I don't know, whatever is what it is. I'm just putting it out there. I've never done this before. I put out videos for other reasons. I've never done anything on this topic, and I've never done anything live. So I don't know if this is somebody watching me, but anyway, this is Omi Seyun, Watima, Imani, Jean, Hood. I told you my last name, Hood. I already said that at the top of the video. I just put out anyway. Girl, that I could see, that's how you can tell I ain't never done this shit before. I don't know the protocols. I'm just out here. But let me be careful and not, put my whole shrine out there. Because I ain't trying to get caught out there. Just remember, ladies, that your body is your temple, and a temple is sacred, and we should treat it as such. Let's go ahead and take responsibility for our own actions. And I heard a saying. I don't know if it's I don't know, but it talks about how no nation. It says something like no nation will rise above the black woman or something like that, or basically, if the woman, especially the woman being the first teacher, even if you don't have, even if no children have come through your womb, by the woman being a teacher, she gonna teach her family, her kids, her children. She's raising up the future. She's the first teacher. The parents, both of them are teachers, but she's the first. She's had the opportunity to make that to make that to develop. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? We use it in teaching. They use it in therapy too, to develop that rapport with this baby. She's the first person to develop that rapport. And so anyway, with the woman being the first teacher and teaching, and so guiding and shaping and molding the future, like if your woman is not on, if the women of a society is not on point, and not living righteous and not, doing what needs to be done really for the growth and development of herself, then it trickles and it spills out into, and then there is going to be no future really. You're going to have a future of people who do just that, you know. So it starts with the woman, I think, and that's me as a woman taking responsibility for being a woman, and taking my own responsibility. A man got to take his own responsibilities as well, but I think it starts with the woman. And so women, ladies, I'm talking to you, black women, we need to be responsible. I'm not saying you can't go out there and be sexy, you know what I'm saying? But what type of behaviors are you engaging in front of your children? And what are you doing? What are you putting out there on Front Street? You put your camel print, you know what I'm saying, with your spandex and your camel print, you have your titties out, and you wear things that appeal to the so-called male, the boys lower nature. Don't get upset when you get yourself in this situation shit. You know what I'm saying? And you decide to operate under this fuck and energy, this fuck banner. Be you a fuck girl, and you attracting this fuck boy energy, and you operate under this fuck banner. Just don't be mad at how stuff pan out. But even more, even before all that, don't be mad. Before putting yourself in that position, let's be proactive in the situation. Let's be proactive. Now, some of us have already, it's too late. We done already had kids, and we are, but now, you know what I'm saying? Put the good word out there. If nothing else, live your life in a certain way, But if you don't have any kids, especially like, yo, what you doing? Don't be out here. So anyway, it's nothing wrong with being out here, with being sexy, But you as a woman, as me as a black woman, I command respect when I come into a room, any room. You know what I'm saying? It's just my presence. You know what I mean? I'm not, out there trying to. I don't wear a shirt that says queen, or you know what I mean. Like I just know, and therefore I float as such. I had one of my sisters bad. My sister be floating. She is clear on who she is. And many sisters in my circles, yes, that's the case. But I'm just thinking about her in a particular situation. And when she came in our graduation, I went through a rights program, and she came in, and I swear my sister just floated. See, when you just, in your power, your divine feminine power and being in essence, when you move in that, people have to, bow down, not physically just, people, I ain't saying like that, but people gotta like, they gotta recognize at least like, okay, I see you. Like even I can recognize a sister who's floating, who's on her shit. Like, okay, sis, I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? But so it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with, embracing your sensuality, your sexuality, but just don't put your stuff out. Just remember, just take a responsibility within yourself. And self-love is not a sin. Self-love is not like whack or out of style type shit. You know what I mean? And anybody who says some shit like that, not only are they an idiot, but they're a liar. But they not with it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They really far gone. I remember one time I was in church. I'm not a church going person, but I remember one time when I was coming up, I visited a church of a friend, and the pastor stood up and was like, "Turn to your neighbor and say, 'Neighbor, I'm saved and I know it.'" And I turned, me and my ignorance, I turned to my friend, because we always was on joke time, no matter where the fuck we go at, on joke time. I turned to my friend and I said, "I'm not saved and I don't know it." Like, just how you just so ignorant, just being, although, I'm not Christian, I don't get down like that or whatever, but I'm just saying, but anyway, it's kind of like that. Like, just, I don't have self-respect and I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna, fuck everybody, whoever I want to. So what? Yeah, I'm gonna show everybody my ass and have my pussy print. So what? Like, how dumb you sound and look. Anyway, but so I don't want to be a part of that energy. Like, I got goals, and I want as a woman, like, I want to have family, and I know that I am a creator, and I want to continue to create families. You know what I'm saying? Healthy families, not dysfunction. And I want a family, and I want to be an example for my daughters, if not, or at least support good examples for my daughters, so that they can, want family, so that they can pick a good mate and they can procreate with, and they can build units with that family structure. And so that more people could be inspired. And you know what I'm saying? It starts within the home. So anyway, your body's your temple. That's all I'm going to say. Hope everybody having a good day. I'm going to see if I can catch this appointment. He probably, I don't know. I hope so. Hopefully he'll be understanding. That spirit was just moving, and I just felt the need to have a talk. So I just want to say peace out. Peace and black power. This is Omi signing out. Hope everyone is well, blessed, stay safe, practice good hygiene. You know what I mean? I was practicing good hygiene before this COVID shit. Some of these people out here, they just fucking sneeze in the air and shit. You know what I mean? I don't touch doorknobs. I never was doing that shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, just stay safe, and make sure you wash your hands after every encounter. Keep your hands out of your sockets and stuff. Whatever. I love y'all. Peace.